Yeah, so I find it very strange that,
When ladies pick the wrong people.
yeah, like if it's logic, right? You
Okay.
wouldn't pick the
Ladies
wrong
pick the
people.
wrong people because they fell in love with the wrong people,
That's
right?
not that's not
Secondly, is men pretend a lot.
that's not true.
Yeah, they do.
Men are the most obvious and plain
No,
people.
sometimes men
Like,
pretend to get what they want. I know what
yeah,
I'm
even
saying.
even though like
They pretend to get what they want. That's all I
women
can say.
pretend to get what they want also. In fact,
Women don't
women,
pretend.
they do.
Women don't pretend. That's something you
Women
don't
do
know.
pretend.
Women don't pretend.
So
You can trace a woman
how do
from the
men
first time
pretend?
you like meet her. Like this one is like this.
How do men pretend?
Men pretend.
How
When
now?
they want something, they get it.
How?
They pretend to be what you want.
How can someone who has a lot to lose to be
What is he
pretending?
losing?
Finances,
What do men
support,
lose? What?
attention, all those stuff. How why would you want to pretend?
Oh,
And what
please.
exactly is this
Men
special
pretend a
thing that they
lot.
want that they can't get easily?
That's the thing. They could get it out there, but they want that thing.
And what is it?
They want just that one. I'm not saying that there's a thing they want, but like
But you said
they
what's the
just.
one? Yeah, you said that one. There should be something that
I'm
men.
just giving an example. Like you could see 10 girls walking, and it's just this particular one you want, and that one doesn't want you, but you just want that one.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, why do you want that one?
yeah,
That's the
cause that's what
question.
they want. That one. You just want that one. It's what do you want? What
Let
you
me put it in
want, you
context. Let me
can
put it in
do.
context. For example, if I
Yeah.
do say and make a statement like women pretend to get what they want, right?
Hmm.
What is what they want in context, which is uh let's call him for the sake of this conversation a high value man,
Men.
right? He
Mhm.
has money, he has status, he's handsome, he's
Not all
everything.
women want that.
Most women do. Not all, but most. And if you see the level of attraction, I believe that most women would want someone who looks attractive, has
Mm.
his life figured out, knows where he's going, finances is intact. That's the general idea of
Mm.
high value. Now,
Mm.
the
Not
other
really.
qualities which come later are personalities. That's why, like you said, they fall in love until later they realize, oh, it's probably not what they wanted because maybe the earlier attraction was something
No, it's
physical
not early attraction.
and was something.
No, character wise.
How do you know a guy's character on first meeting? Like
Not first meeting.
approach.
They don't fall in love in first approach.
I mean,
They fall in love
when
with
you,
doings.
yeah, I'm saying on first attraction, right? Getting to have a conversation with this person.
No cho.
What
Doings.
makes what makes this person even qualified to have your number? Let me start there.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Should I tell you from my own perspective?
Yeah, sure.
What qualifies someone to get my number is my mood at that point. Nothing else.
Hmm.
I could actually give anybody my number if I'm in a good mood that day. To just give
Anybody,
me, yeah, anybody.
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 So picture this: guy wearing um faded t-shirts,
Yeah.
sandals,
Mhm.
torn jeans,
Mhm.
sagging, something like that. Just walks
Yeah.
up to you. I'm like, hi, how are you doing? I noticed your call corner, blah blah blah. Please, can I
Mhm.
get your number?
Yeah. If I'm
And
in a good mood, I'll give it to you.
you were in a good mood,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah, sure. Here's my number.
Yeah. I'll give it to you. For real. I'll just not I just know what I'll do with that person or what I won't do with that person. That's just it. I'm just gonna give it to you. It's a number,
That
right?
seems like a very un untrue statement to
I'm
make for the
serious
sake of
actually.
conversation.
I've given my numbers to anybody.
For
Yeah.
a for a lady, I
For a
think
lady.
you guys are more selective. You don't just give random people your number. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will
I
disagree with you. Even your fellow women disagree with you that that's a
They
terrible
could
lie.
disagree with me, but it's not a lie. We're just different personalities.
Okay.
Besides, I'm not too girly
I don't know what
for
that
my
means.
being. Like I'm not too girly.
If you're not too girly, then you definitely will not call anybody's number like that.
Do men select the
Yeah.
people they give their number to?
Yes.
That's a lie. Because men are cheap.
I won't argue with that. Men are cheap, but we
Yeah.
do have a
Oh,
little bit of
please. You
standard.
guys give your number to anybody.
We don't give a number to
You give
anybody.
your number to anybody
We are the
that
ones who
asks.
do the collection of numbers,
But
right?
if people ask for
So I'm
your
talking
number,
about,
you will
so
get it. You
hold
will
on.
give it to them.
So hold on.
If I ask you for your number, you're gonna give it to me.
It's all in context.
Oh,
It's all in
please.
context, right?
Like I said,
For
you
a
guys are
lady,
cheap.
the people
Period.
collecting your number are men, right?
Yeah. If a man
For a
comes to me,
man, the
that's
people
because
collecting a
I don't
man's
have the
number are
mentality.
businessmen
Oh, please.
or
There's
men who need
different. There's difference.
opportunities.
The difference is
It's in
not
context.
everybody that comes to ask for your number wants a relationship with you.
It's
So
confusing.
once you have that mindset, you would give people your number.
Hmm.
Not everyone asking for your number wants something sexual with you. You would give anybody your number.
That's not true.
Well, that's my mindset. I don't care about what's true.
Yeah, so I think, objectively speaking, for a lady to give someone like her number,
Mhm.
should be some sense of value coming out from
Yeah, and I could
giving.
actually give anybody.
Yeah, so it's a sense of value. So if the person has no like no sign of providing value in your life, on
Mhm.
first approach, you wouldn't just give the person your number.
That's the thing. What makes you think the weirdest people don't bring value into your life?
I didn't say the weirdest people don't bring value. I'm saying you
So
are picky on first approach. So you don't
I'm not
just,
really picky on first approach. I'm picky on first statement,
that
first
is
conversation.
that's first
Not
approach.
no, not that. You
Your
come
first
to me,
approach
oh
has
I
to
like
be
you, you're fine. First approach is not always bad. First approach sometimes are actually really good. Like the person comes and like, "Ah, I like you, you look good and stuff. Oh, can I have your number? Let's just be friends. Okay, fine. And I give you my number and you sent
hmm.
me a message. And the
So
message you're talking about is like, I don't know, maybe a stupid message. I'll block you. That's what I mean.
so are you saying that the reason why majority of women make terrible decisions is because of something like that? Everyone gets access to
No,
um your
I'm
numbers.
saying, no, I'm saying that the reason they make wrong decisions for marriage is because they fall in love with the wrong people.
Hmm.
People that pretend to be people that are not. That's all I'm gonna say. And you don't know people change, right?
People change,
Like real
but
change. Like
they
someone could be really
people
good.
don't change their personality or their character. They just change according to the situation.
So you saw that. That's why I say it's love. There was this
Love, love for a guy,
there was
right?
this
If I'm
stuff I saw.
okay,
The lady is white and the guy is black. Anyway,
okay,
that was comedy, but the lady is white and the guy is black. And the guy was like, babe, I have something important to tell you. And she's like, baby, what's that? You know, I love you and stuff like that. And she's like, and he's like, I just want you to know that I'm black.
yeah, I saw the comedy, and
You've
she
seen that,
stood up
right?
and she was like, "What?"
What? I hate black. My family hate black. Like, it's so obvious he's black.
But the guy was
The
obviously
guy's black.
black. Yeah,
Exactly. So what's your
yeah,
problem?
that's just for comedy
That's the
reasons. It's
content.
not.
That
Yeah.
what I brought that up because love is really blind, right?
Um,
Like I said, I will go with the word.
I'm
The
I'm waiting.
best marriages pick logic
I I still don't see the
over
whole
love.
concept of how love will make you make a terrible decision in a
Love will
way
make you
that.
make terrible decisions
So,
for real.
for example,
It's just
majority of
best you
men.
use logic, then fall in love later on.
So this is why I said it's not entirely love. For example,
It is love.
for men who are mostly regarded as the logical ones who make decisions based on logic, they are
Men,
mostly the victims of divorce. So are you trying to say that when you were getting married to someone who is most likely to go into divorce
men,
you
listen
did
to
not see it
me.
coming?
That's a lie.
Okay.
Men, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are logical.
Mm-hmm.
They know whoever they are getting married to,
All right.
but they have their reasons for getting married to that person.
And what could be those kind of
It could
reasons?
be that this girl is not compatible, but she's a motherly kind of person. So I think I'm gonna get married to her.
Yeah, that's a different situation.
I'm
And
just giving you, it's not a different situation, it's
I'm
what it is.
okay, I'm giving you as a guy,
As
and
a
this is how we
guy.
think. And you can tell me
So
as a lady. Okay, let's even do it this way. As a guy,
mm,
and I believe I speak for 75% of men,
mm,
when making a decision when it comes to marriage and everything, we pay attention to character, behavior,
That's what I'm
motherly
talking about.
nature. I get. I'm just giving
So you
you,
guys speak on that, based on
yeah,
that.
based on that. When it comes to
So
like
you know she
marriage,
has
and
anger issues,
if we know
and
she
you will
has
still
anger
take that.
issues, nah, it's not
That's a
something we
lie.
are ready to. That's the truth.
That's a
It's
lie.
not
That's just
something.
you.
Now, when it comes to desperation, no, hear me out. When it comes
Men
to
are more desperate than women when it's time for them to get married. I'm telling you
women
the
are more
truth.
desperate than men.
Oh, please. I know what I'm saying.
So prove to me
Men are
why
more
men will be
desperate.
desperate. Why are we desperate?
Men are desperate because I
Why?
have seen it,
No, you
right?
can't say you've
I have
seen it.
seen it.
There are
I'm telling you out
statistics.
of experience, right?
What have you
I
seen
have seen
to
it.
jump
Men
to
are
that
more
conclusion?
desperate than women when it comes to being married.
How?
When
Why?
a man wants to get married, he
Hmm.
doesn't care what he's getting married to. He just cares about, oh, I want to get married. I want to give birth. I want to have kids.
That's not
He doesn't
desperation.
care. That's desperation. That's, I want to
That's
settle
just
down. When
settling.
I want to settle down, I don't
All
care
right,
who
let me
comes
put it
my
this way.
way.
Let me put it this way. Let me give you more
A
context.
woman, once she wants to settle down, no matter how she wants a man on time and all, she still have that time to select.
That's not true.
I'm telling you.
The woman, okay, what's the age range of this woman you're talking about?
I can't really say age range because everybody have their mentality of when they feel like, oh, they want to settle down.
That's another
It could
thing you're
be
not being
25, it could be
transparent about.
30, it could be
There is always like an age limit or an age
for
range for people
some
who
women.
are selective and being
Mm,
careful. That is from
really?
the age of 17 to like 26.
To what?
Yeah, to like 26, 27.
To what? Of being careful.
Yeah, of being selective and having all the options and
What makes
everything.
you think a 30-year-old woman
A 30-year-old woman
won't be
has lower
selective?
options
What makes you
compared to
think
that
so?
of 22,
Is that
20.
what you think?
No, that's the truth. It's
That's
not
not
what
the
I think.
truth.
It's not what I think. I'm telling you as a guy that most guys do
And
not
I'm
go
telling
for
you as a
people in their
girl.
30s. They go for
Mm.
people younger. And it's
Why?
proven. Not why, that's just,
Because they are young, not because they can select. No man wants a woman that is selective. Please.
that's not true.
Oh, please.
They are the ones that select the most because they have other options. Imagine, okay, let's make it like a
So you think
logical
a 30-old
breakdown.
women
Hold
don't
on,
have
hold on.
other
Hear me out, hear
options?
me
Is that
out.
what you think?
Hold on, hear me out, and I'll prove it to you.
Okay.
Let's think of it this way. You have uh, a room of people who find it very easy to um, get access to places. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
All right. All the options are there. You
Mm-hmm.
have all the varieties. Then the older you get, they start to tell you if you know you are this, okay, kindly step out. We need more room for the people in this age.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have so much options to pick from. The lower the options, the less likely you be selective of anyone. Does that make sense? So every guy, like you said, okay, let's just admit.
Like I said, it depends on the girl, right?
Okay, hold
Some
on.
people
Let's
still
just
get
admit.
chased
Let's
with
just
so
admit.
much
All right, let's just
pride,
admit
even
that.
at 30, even at 35. Trust me,
Trust me.
35 is still
Cool,
young.
cool. Let's just
So,
admit for the sake of
like I
this
said,
conversation.
different age with different time and
Sure.
different
Let's just let
limits.
me
So you
finish.
can, yeah.
Let's admit for the sake of this conversation that
Okay. So why do we have
majority
to
of
admit with
men go.
yours?
No, no, no. To the context that we are talking about,
Okay.
every man
Mm-hmm.
that goes for a younger girl feels like they don't pick, right? But at least we admit that majority of
Feels
men go
like
for
they don't
younger
what?
girls. Like they do not, like they are not selective, like you said. I don't know if I'm misquoting you. You said the older ones are more selective than the younger ones. The younger ones don't really pick. That's why they're going after them. They're not really selective.
Let me just go for what you say.
Okay.
Because I don't think I really want to go go back into arguing this.
No, it's not an argument. It's a
So
conversation.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if majority of at least 75% of men
Yeah.
prefer younger women,
Mm-hmm.
younger women have more options. Do you agree?
Okay, I agree.
Okay. So if they have more options compared to that of the older women,
Okay.
it's very difficult for them to pick certain people. In fact, they start to lower their standards, especially when they're getting older. So
Okay.
if they were seeking a man with his the people they are seeking aren't seeking them. Let me put it that way.
I think what I was saying, that content, every context is that every context. Yeah, context. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is the fact that I think the older women, if men are wise, if men are really wise, I think
Hmm.
they would go for older women.
Why?
Because older women has gone through life before a
Experiences.
lady. finalize on, okay, I think um this kind of men can come to me and I can accept them, is
But she's
because
had all the options. So why would
she, no, having all the options doesn't mean she has been intimate with all the options.
then how
People learn from people's experience,
so how if
so
you
they
learn
don't
from
go
people's
through it.
experience, that means at a
I
young
am
age you
Yeah.
should already know what you want if you learn from other people's
No,
experiences.
no. Listen to me. The
Okay.
longer you stay on Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
The longer you learn.
Without being intimate with anyone.
I didn't say without being. Can you go back to that statement?
So you talked
I
about
just said that an older woman,
but you ruled out intimacy, like she doesn't have to
intimacy
be
doesn't mean
intimate
that every
every
single
single
thing
person.
she learned, she was intimate with that person. Listen to me and listen
Okay.
clearly, right?
All right.
Okay. So, like, she could be vulnerable, or no, I won't use that word. She could be more easy to get and more smart than the younger one, because she has seen things and she has learned things and she has gotten to understand that, okay, life isn't this way, life is this way.
You're skipping a very long bridge, but I'll let you finish.
What's the bridge?
No, finish what you're saying
What's
now.
the bridge?
Just finish.
Tell me.
Oh, yes, you said butterfly. Okay. Yeah, so the bridge is
Yeah.
if you're going to call an older woman
Mm-hmm.
experienced,
Yeah.
smart, and intelligent,
Mm-hmm. Not all though.
not all, sure,
Yeah.
that same older woman, why isn't she married by
She's
that
not married
age?
because she doesn't want to be married. Not everybody wants to be married at a certain
That's not
age.
a very good
But
excuse or
that's
a
not an
very good.
excuse, but that's part of it.
There's a reason why they are very, very.
The
Let me use a
reason they
word.
were not married, the reason they are wise now is because they have passed through that. They've
What have
learned.
they passed through?
They've passed through the fact that they've seen life, right?
Okay,
Breakups, people's breakup, life in general. Like,
then that
you
would have
can
been
have a
easier for
perfect
them to pick.
person. It's not easy to pick when it comes to settling
You know
down.
what? You know what I find interesting when a
It's
guy
not easy to
picks.
pick when
Hold on,
when it comes to
hold
men
on.
are
When it
different
comes to accountability,
because they pick anything. They're
no.
cheap.
When it comes, yeah, I like the fact that you keep saying men are cheap.
Yeah,
When
they're
it
cheap,
comes
so
to
they pick anything.
accountability, and when a guy picks the wrong person,
Yeah.
we all blame the guy and say, okay, you're the one you didn't know how to pick, blah blah whatever. When a woman picks
No,
the
we're
wrong
not
man,
blaming a guy. We're
hold
blaming a
on,
guy because
hold
he
on.
liked
You
that
just
and
said
he
men
picked
are
it.
cheap,
Yeah, they are cheap
and the definition of that is men are very easy
to
to
pick.
win over.
Yeah.
Like their priorities are not extreme. It's just
Yeah, like women. Because women's priority are more extreme
their
because they tend to
priorities are
suffer
not
more than the
extreme.
men. That's what I'm
Okay,
trying
okay,
to
let me
say.
finish. Their priorities are not extreme.
Yeah.
Be my wife, love me, take care of me, just give me children. The end, and whatever you need, I will provide.
Yeah.
Provision is there, supporting is there, blah blah blah. Now, your own requirement for even accepting the man into your life to say, you know what, I'll even consider you as a
Mm-hmm.
future
Yeah.
partner or whatever, is if you
Is
do all these things before I can now say, yeah, I can now whatever, whatever. A man is just be good and take care of my
no. The
family.
thing is,
Now,
there's difference.
hold
You
on,
don't tell me
hold
what
on,
women want. I'll
hold
tell
on.
you what women
You
want.
tell me. You tell me in a
So
second.
you can just say,
Okay,
"Oh,
fine,
our
fine.
stuff is just to
Sure,
pick."
no problem. You will tell me exactly what
Let me
women
tell
want
you,
from a guy.
the reason women are really picky, number one, is
Okay.
because first, the pain, the struggle, like marriage itself is more of women than the men. Like, tradition doesn't really support women for a lot of things, right? If not this Gen Z that and this generation that things are like easier than it used to be. So
Tradition
you
doesn't
get to
support
see,
women.
yeah, tradition doesn't have so much support on women than women.
How? In this
Tradition faith,
generation.
not listen.
I'm talking about this generation.
Let's leave this generation. We're talking about marriage.
We're
Marriage
talking
is
about
like
marriage
how
right
many years?
now.
So we don't
And
talk
we
about
are not
marriage.
talking
We're
yeah,
not talking about marriage right now. We're talking about marriage in general. So don't
yeah,
turn it.
marriage in general is
Yeah,
still
so
this generation.
I'm
Like there are
trying to
laws
say,
in place that has made
oh
marriage
please, can you
so
just
open.
no, no,
Oh
no.
my
Let me speak,
goodness. All
right?
right.
So women are more of the receiving side when it comes to bashing and talking negative talk. You can see a marriage separates and they're putting it on the woman.
Who is
So
bashing, by the way? Who is bashing who?
communities, like
No,
people,
there's a
families,
demographic of
I can say that
there is
I
a
have seen it.
demographic
So
of
can you
people
just let
bashing
me?
women. So I
Yeah,
want you to like
people.
at least admit that demographic.
What
Which
demographic?
gender bashes more women about marriage?
A lot of gender, both men and women.
I disagree.
Yes, because you can see that a man would see that
A
his
man is
friend
more
is beating up the
sympathetic.
woman, and his friend is like, eh,
That's like you cherry picking
oh,
certain
please.
situations. I'm
I'm
talking like
picking
in
certain
general.
situations. I'm talking general. Can you just let me speak?
Okay,
Can you
sorry.
just let me finish?
Apologies.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Now
Yeah,
you made me forget what
tradition
I'm saying.
and this, it's not about generation too.
Yeah, it's not about generation. And like I said, ladies are more picky on husbands than men are because number one, tradition supports men more. Two, the character matches, like the character has to match. Like you can't expect a woman picking anybody because women temperaments are very different from men. So definitely they will have issues.
Can you elaborate on that?
Okay, like let me use myself an example, right? Let me use myself as an example. I can't just pick anybody to get married to settle for because I have to look at a lot of things. Number one, there should be a God factor in there.
Okay.
You have to align with what I align with.
With your faith and everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
like that's one. Two, I got to know the kind of person I am, right? I have to see myself like, okay, this is myself. That's where transparency comes in. Like this is who I am. So I have to pick someone that resonates with my my faults, my win, and everything that I don't want to pick by. Oh, I'm looking for husband. Let me just. I don't think I'm.
I don't
ready
think
for that.
anybody picks that until they are desperate. You
The
you
best
brought it back to
marriages
the.
come when women are logical
So
with their
what define
decisions.
being logical? And I
Logical
can
is
prove
like
to you that those marriages haven't worked till today.
really
Yeah, so prove to me what being logical from a female's perspective is. An example. What is a
logical
logical
is
decision as a
okay.
woman?
I know that when I am with this person has a life for himself. He's already working. He has something he's doing. I'm not trying to start from the scratch to guess his future. I'm already seeing him in the future.
Yeah, that's like
He's in his future.
that's like a basic requirement for women, and I said it earlier.
It's not a basic requirement for all
It
women.
is for most women.
Now,
Now we can't say all because
a lot of people pick logical.
everyone has always been picking like logically
Nobody
from
has
that
always
perspective.
nobody.
I've never
Our
seen a
parents,
single
our
woman
parents
who
never picked logical.
okay
Our
okay
parents picked love.
prove to me how they did
Let's be
not
real.
no prove to me how they didn't pick logically, because one, when you go and meet the family are not saying, oh, he's a carpenter, is it this, is it that. They say,
How?
okay, is this guy a well-to-do person, is it um
So
god-fearing, is it
so
whatever,
so
does it match our values? That's being
not
logical.
no. Most
In
people even
fact,
got
I will
married
even
by
argue
being
with you
pregnant,
that our parents did not
and they
even
just got
pick
married.
based on just love.
They
Like there was
picked
a
based
lot
on
of
love.
tradition and
They picked based on love.
formalities to it.
They picked based on love. The only people that didn't pick based on love are the ones that the family
I
did
disagree.
joint marriage for them.
I disagree. I can tell you
Our
for a
parents
fact
picked
that
based on
all
love,
the
and that is why they made.
our parents
I
did
don't.
what?
I won't say stupid mistakes though, but
Our parents made picked based on love.
yes, they did.
No,
They did.
they did not.
Tell
They
me
picked based on responsibility. That's
that's
all.
a lie. If they really picked based on responsibility,
I
they
can
won't have
count.
some kind of
Hear
crazy
me out.
marriage.
I can count
I
like
can bet
three
you that
of.
they picked based
I
on
can count
love.
like three of like my family members who have admitted that.
That's your
If
family member.
hold on, it's not just my family, like generally, but I can just count like three
A
of
lot.
my family members who
See,
have proven, like they've
I would
told me,
tell you that
and they've admitted
go back to your
that if they could go
analysis.
back in time,
Go back to your
they wouldn't have
analysis.
agreed to the marriages that they like the marriages
Go
that they
back.
all found themselves in,
Go
because it was
back.
more like a formality and more like a responsibility basically. Whereas the ones that have the free will now to decide and say, oh, I can't date a guy like this, I can't date a guy that is that, blah
That's
blah 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 blah.
logical.
This
That's
is
being
freedom. This
logical.
is like
It's
more
not. It's
options.
no. It's not. It's not.
Our
I'm not
parents
saying
didn't
it's not
have so
freedom.
much options back then
Oh
like we
God.
do.
They picked based on love.